Okay, hi Dave, it's Julie. I am going to try this one more time. All right, so I likely have already given you some training. This is a backup video for you to look at everything that I've taught you and to do a little bit more in-depth training for this video. So the video will give you everything. I'm sure that whenever I train someone, they forget what I said, and so we're going to start from scratch here as a review. First, you're going to go to onestopsmokers.com. Here's your website. We're going to put this a slash here, and then we're going to type in wp/admin/enter, and that's going to take you to the login screen. Okay? So One Stop Smokers, right up here you can see that, wp-admin, another slash, and then we're going to be here at your dashboard. You would normally come to a login screen. The login screen, you'll type in your username and password, and then you'll end up here. Okay? So this is your dashboard. The dashboard is the back end of your website, and I'm going to go through what's located here, and I'm going to show you how to get to the front end of your website. But first we're going to go through this dashboard. First of all, there's welcome to your new website, Dave. This is my information. I'm going to put this video. It should be located here. If it's not located here, I'll show you where I'm going to put it. Because I'm making it right now, it's not anywhere yet. But we'll get you some information there. But always call me or send me a text message or email me if you're having any issues, okay? So down the screen here is your activity. This is the blog post activity or your news section of your website. This is, you can see recently published. These are the articles that we did. You know about the benefits of CBD oil. I think I was with you when we published the October 6th article about the DEA schedules FDA approved CBD drug. And this one I just did today, how legalized marijuana could work in Michigan. And then something that's on deck, meaning going to be published soon, we've got some of these articles that are going to be scheduled. So we're going to go over that here in a moment as well. Down here section is the Yoast SEO post overview. This is SEO, means search engine optimization. So it gives us a score on some of the posts. Again, these are called posts. These are the actual articles. And the blog is actually, the whole thing would be called the blog. Each article itself is called a post. And so we're getting pretty good score on our search engine optimization. So we can go into a little bit more about that. Search engine optimization is giving you a score, letting you know that you've got too many words in your article or not enough information. People don't know what this is about. So we get scored here. Because this is just the, kind of good, not really much in my control because all these articles that I've gotten from other authors. So I didn't write these myself. But if you were to write your own article, you might be able to get to an excellent score here because that might be a little bit more focused on, your own market or people in Livonia or maybe something on a local basis that is a little bit more geared towards, your area. So we can talk a little bit more about that a little bit later. But here your Google Analytics dashboard is here. And so Google Analytics is covering pretty much the traffic on the internet. It does encompass Bing. I have that set up to where all of your traffic from, Bing, all the local free listings that I added in there for you. Google Analytics is picking up all of that website traffic. So let's just take a look here at how this works. A session is anytime somebody kind of comes to your website. If I come to your website for 20 seconds, that would be called a session. So that's a good indicator of traffic. So let's go back to the last 30 days and let's take a look at your traffic sessions. So this is really a great number right here. 587 page views is impressive for a new launch of a website. 112 sessions isn't bad either. I want to tell you that I've taken myself out of the game here, meaning that my IP address is not being added into these numbers. What that means is that if I'm at your website 5 times in one day, that's not going to be reflected in these numbers. These numbers are outside people coming to this website, not you and me, but everybody else. So this is really impressive. And I want to show you a couple fun things here. This is October the 5th. These little dots will show you the date. This one here, Saturday, October the 6th, you can see that we had 20 sessions, which is really impressive. If I click that on, I wonder if I'll get more information for that day. No, I'm not. But it's huge. I mean, look at that big bump we got. And you can see that directly correlates to this October 6th publish date of this post. So it'll be fun to see what we get out of this one that we added today. These went out on your Facebook page as well. So that's pretty interesting. You said that you did some advertising. I think you said that that went out on the 9th. So showing the 9th, 2 sessions. And then we have a jump here of 10 sessions. So maybe that mailer got you, 10 sessions of traffic, which actually, to be honest with you, is pretty good, depending on how many people went out to. But I always say that with a mailer, my value pack, I didn't even open it yet. I usually do that this weekend. So we'll take a look at what happens to your traffic based on that. So with this, you can go to other things here. You can go to your users. You can play around with these 2 toggles and see, the different stuff that you can do here. But your users are going to show you, you've had 64 users, the bounce rate. Bounce rate means that somebody comes into your website and they leave immediately. So that means that they only stayed for less than, I think it's 7 seconds. But the average session duration on your website is 4 minutes and 38 seconds, which is huge. And 1 minute and 5 seconds per page on an average is also really awesome. I mean, most websites, they're just dying to get numbers like these. I mean, if you have more than 7 to 10 seconds, you're actually in pretty good shape, because on average, that's the length of time people come to a website. And they click away right away, they go somewhere else. So, we're maintaining them, and that's the whole goal, is to do some content and to do some blogs on Facebook, and you'll see that free organic business coming in here. Obviously, if you do advertising, you always want to add your link to your website, and then measure that here and say, okay, well, that went out on the October the 14th, and it wasn't very effective because I only got 4 page views from that. So not so great. But when we have location, we can play around with that a little bit. That shows you the different areas, so you get the idea of that. At a glance, this is again just the post that we had and how many pages we have running. Not really that important. Help button here is going to be, I would suggest you contact me if you need help. You might get too deep into the woods over here. Screen options, this just gives you what you want to see here. The only thing that's not here is this Site Origin Builder News, which is kind of more on the developer side, on my side. And then here you have your login, edit your profile, and log out button. Really important, Dave, that if you finish working on your website, you always log out of it when you're done, because we don't want to leave it open. Internet's a funny thing. It's just like your home. You wouldn't leave the back door open to your house, right? Okay, so now we're going to go to this menu up here. This button, One Stop Smokers, this gives you the button to visit your site. So now we're going to move from the back end of the website on your dashboard and go to the front end of your website, which is what your customers see. And you here have everything that you see. If we make changes, you'll see that. What I do want to note is that your recent post, how legalized marijuana would work, that's a new post. You can click that on and see where that goes. I guess we'll do it right now real quick, but I'll show that to you. So that just kind of shows you this article that I've added. We can go back and forth. We can go to any of these pages and take a look at them. We can go back to the home page. Let's see if this live editor works. I don't know if you have access to this or not. It might probably not want you to have access to the live editor. Oh, I see. Okay. So this is giving you back to your pages. This would allow you to make changes to the front page. I would probably say wait till you get comfortable with this. Let me do you some more in-depth training before you get into that kind of stuff. But this is how I build the site. These are all the different things that we can change here. So if I want to change this, I would go here and change that. But I don't want to get into that kind of training right now. That's a little bit deep for us. So we're going to go back to the visit the site. I'll show you how to get back and forth here. It's important. And then if you want to go back to the dashboard, we don't want to hit the back button here. We always want to hit the One Stop Smokers dashboard button, because if you do that, you're going to end up getting yourself logged off. All right, so the next thing to talk about would be posts. Post again, I'm going to click on all posts here. This is where your articles are going out. It's important. You can see all of these that I've added in here. We can schedule these to go out. Right now you can see that some are scheduled. This one's scheduled for the 20th of November. We can change that though if we want to. Let's say that I want to make this one go out sooner than that. But first of all, I want to show you that some of these say published here, and some of them say last modified. If it says last modified and it does not say published, that means nobody's seen it yet. It has not made it to the front of your website, the front end, the front page of your website, where the customers see it. So we have a lot of articles here that, we can put on a schedule to. I wanted to talk to you about that before I did anything like that. But let's just go through one, okay? So these are articles that are ready to go. I'm going to click this. First of all, 12 cannabis-infused drinks. You want to see what that looks like? Click the preview button. You'll see what this will look like on your website when it's live. It's not live right now. This gives you the article itself. You can click on that. It'll take you to this High Times magazine is where it came from. We're giving them all the credit. But at this point, we just want to go back to the dashboard. Again, don't use your back button. Don't want to do that. We want to click the dashboard button. Go back to posts. Go back to all posts. We're going to go back here to this 12 infused cannabis. We just previewed it. Now we're going to take an edit to it. We're going to edit that. So when we get to the edit button, you really don't have to do anything because I've already created all these for you, and we can talk about that later. If you wanted me to continue to do this for you way into the future, we can talk about that, but I've got enough in there for you, I think, to last you a good 3 to 6 months. Here we have a schedule. So this is about the social media, but before we can share something on social media, we have to publish it. You can see the word publish here, and this is preview. This will take you back to what this looks like. We can see it there. The status is scheduled, so we can edit that. Click on the edit button. So the edit for schedule is November 20th. So let's say I want to change that. I click the edit button. Let's make it for November the 18th instead. Maybe I want it on the 18th. Maybe I want it on a Saturday, whatever. So I just click OK here. And then once I do that, once it's published, and I click the, once I save it, once I reschedule it and click OK button, then I want to click the update button. The update button will save the changes that we've made here, okay? So we can look at this again. Now it says, did I just publish that? I hope I didn't just publish that, did I? No, it's still scheduled. Okay, so it's scheduled. But anyways, there will be another button here that'll say publish. So let me go back to that. So once it is published, let's find one that was published. Let's go back here to all posts. So let's find one that's been published. Okay, this one here, DEA schedule. So let's click the edit button here. Alright, so this one here, we have had it published already. It was published on October the 6th, 2018. So what I can do for that one now is, let's say I want to share it on social media again. I'm going to click on this blog to social button up here, click on posts and sharing. I can also reach this blogs to social down here, same thing. I can go to dashboard, post and sharing. So you can get to that spot both of those ways. So now I'm going to see all of my different articles that I have in here. Actually, I just have the ones that have been published on the front end of the, on that back end of the site. Here's the DEA ones. I can click share on social media. Click that on. For you, when I get back to, when I actually do this training for you, I'm making this video in advance, we would click on profiles. and then we'd click on a profile for you, and then it would go to your Facebook on your computer that saved your Facebook, and then you would click that on and continue, and then it would give you the ability to post it there. So you can do a page, you can do groups, you can do all these different social media things. If you want to get involved with those, you can and you should. You can post to all of those right from this spot. So if you have questions about that, just let me know. It's pretty simple and straightforward though. So again, we just go to posts and sharing, and that will give us the list. What's kind of cool here is I've added all of your pages to your blog too and to your website. So if you want to just maybe share your glass pipes page, you can just do that and click on share, social media. So you've got a lot to share here. You've actually got 2 full pages of stuff to share on social media. And as you can see, the more you share on social media, I believe the better your traffic is going to be. It's an easy way to get traffic without paying anybody any money, right? So if you're looking like, oh, okay, well, where's all the other posts? I don't see those other posts. They're not there yet. That's because they haven't been published. So if we want to publish a post, we have to publish it first before it's going to show up here. So if I wanted to publish a new post, I'd go back to all posts and then find one. And this one's trash. I'm going to throw that one away. But I could find one that has not been published yet. 6 signs you're vaping weed all wrong, and click edit button. And when I go there, Sadie, be quiet, honey. Then I can hit this publish button, and that will publish it immediately. It'll show up on the front end of your website, and once I hit publish, it's going live, and then we'll go back to post and sharing. So you have to do a second step here. And you would then find it listed. It would then show up here, and then you click on share to social media. So those 2 things are pretty simple to do. I don't think it takes a lot, to figure that out. But if you do have questions on it, just give me a call and let me know you're having a little trouble. Okay, so that covers posts. And if you want to add a new post, you can do that, which means that you're creating a new one. I'm going to go really quickly through this, running out of time. Let's see, add a new post. So let's add a post that is called, should I vote? Question mark. Alright, so first thing we can do is we can say, should I vote in the election? Do I care about the election? Yes, I care. Alright, so that's a post. So now what we're going to do is we can add media here, or what I like to do is do a featured image. Right down here at the bottom, you can click Set Featured Image. And you can pick an image from what we have in your library, or you can actually upload a file from your own pictures on your own desktop or your phone. Sadie, stop it. And let's see, I have some other pictures. We could maybe give you one. Let's see what I have. Let's see here. Some One Step Smokers ones. Should I vote? Whatever. Let's just put a flower in there. Here we go. This one looks nice. So we'll put that in there. You can see it's downloading. It's coming into the website. That's my little dog sneezing. Sadie, you're out of control. So you'll see that that will add in there. Just give it a second to do that. It's taking a little while. It's got a lot of color in it. What's the matter with you, Sadie? I want to wrap it up right after I finish this for you, okay, Dave? But I think you're getting the idea. It's not that difficult, really. So you can see some of these other images that I brought in from other articles and other things, and it's really not a lot of images here to pick from, but there are some good ones. You can use them again. People don't mind. Actually, to be honest with you, if you use something over and over again, it creates more site identity. So that means that, actually repetition works. They always say you don't need, you can use some of the same images, and that works pretty well. All right, so now I'm going to save this as a draft. And you'll notice as well that I can add a coupon in the form here. Excuse me. If I wanted to insert a coupon here, I could. Well, we can talk about that more too. I don't know if I have enough information for you right at this moment to do that. So let's preview it. Click the preview button and see what that post would look like. So we got the pretty flower image. We got should I vote? And here's the post itself. And after a couple of sentences, it'll click read more if you want to read more about it. So that's how you create a post or an article, and so that's probably a good thing you might want to be able to do. I'm going to go back to the dashboard. You can also you can get to the post section by clicking on new here, and that will actually take you to the same section where we started the new post again, right? So this little drop down here gives you the post, the media of the page, coupons, your slider. The smart slider, I'll just go over that real quick too, the dashboard to the smart slider. I thought maybe you might want to add things, so you're kind of limited in what you can do. I mean, I've got the pages section here where you could really, get into breaking the site actually on the front page. I don't suggest you do that yet. The slider, you can see this is our slider that we have for our front page on the home page. And, I guess you could add photos here if you wanted to. I would just say give me a call. I'm happy to do this kind of stuff for you. It's not that you're not smart enough to do it. It's just, it's something that's real easy for me to do. So we can add those in. The tools section, not a lot there. Your profile, you can add things into your profile. Most importantly, I've got my email address. We can talk about that when I get there for your training. And put your own email address in there. You can generate a new password here if you want to change your password. The comment section, I believe, is turned off right now. But if we go to pages, I'll just go through this real quick, and then I got to let you go because I got to go pick up my daughter. These are all the pages to the website. So you can actually edit them, take a look at them, view them, trash them, delete them. If you trash it, you're deleting it. So I mean, again, I would wait till we're a little bit more comfortable with you doing that kind of heavy lifting here on the site. It is your website, though. You can do what you want, but I would suggest, if you're going to undo something, make sure that you're careful about doing that, or you know how to kind of get it back to the way it was, which means that I'd be happy to do it for you. Okay. So again, back to the dashboard home page in the back here. I hope you've enjoyed this little training that I'm trying to give you here today. Don't forget my cell phone number and my email address is right here, is located here. This video should show up here as well. But don't always keep in touch, and pay attention to this. This is a lot of fun. The Google Analytics, see how much traffic you're getting. All right, Dave, I'll talk to you really soon. I'm going to log you out. And don't forget to log out when you're finished with your session. Good luck with your new website. Take care.